Hey guys, welcome back to another RASK Maths tutorial. And in this tutorial, I'm going to be explaining an easy way to understand necessary and sufficient conditions. So, necessary and sufficient conditions are part of proof, and they come up a lot in papers, specifically TMUA paper 2. So, sometimes you get confused between if we say P is sufficient for Q, we get a bit confused. And the easy way to understand necessary and sufficient and all sort of proof terminology is in terms of the imply arrow. So when we say P is sufficient for Q, what this really means is P implies Q. So an example of this might be x equals 3 implies x squared equals 9. That's an example. Now, when we say P is necessary for Q, what this means is the arrow just points the other way. So P is implied by Q. And obviously you can also interpret this as Q implies P. Since P is necessary for Q, then whenever Q occurs, P must have occurred as well. And you'll see this example doesn't work anymore because x equals 3 is not implied by x squared equals 9. That's not true because this could also imply x equals minus 3. So clearly x equals 3 is not necessary for x squared equals 9. And yeah, that's basically it. That's the simple way of understanding sufficient and necessary. So it's important you look at the order, like if we say, it's just P is necessary for Q, it's generally in that order because they'll usually say something is necessary for something else. And you can just think about it in terms of the direction of the arrow. So simply a right pointing arrow means is sufficient, like A is sufficient for B, and a left pointing arrow implies A is necessary for B. These arrows are really useful. Every time you see an implied, what this arrow actually means is A implies B, and this implies the other way around, B implies A. And you can use these arrows when forming contrapositives as well. And essentially everything in proof, it comes down to these arrows. So understanding the way these arrows work is the best thing you can do to understand these keywords. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in a future tutorial. Bye!